Well, you did see that handshake. President Trump effectively saying goodbye to Kim Jong Un, and Kim Jong Un noticeably with a big smile on his face. Many have been quick to say this is a win for him in many ways, not the least of which is just seeing those flags side by side there, the flag of the United States of America and North Korea, something we thought we would never see just months ago. You talked about the questions thrown to President Trump about what he learned about the North Korean leader. I thought it was also interesting. He said he learned that he loved his country very much. Now, this point, I would say to Kim Jong Un, what about the people of your country? And I would be very curious to know whether or not President Trump was able to raise the issue of human rights. Many international organizations have before labeled North Korea's regime as the worst. In fact, many said the worst, if not among the worst abusers of human rights. So that is one issue, I think, in the press conference coming up with President Trump, many will be interested to hear more about. But ultimately, this is about denuclearization. President Trump saying there just moments ago they will start the process on denuclearization very soon. He did say the document in which they signed was very comprehensive. So we'll want to get the details on what denuclearization looks like, because for very beginning of these suggestions that this meeting could take place, many said, wait a minute, you've got to bridge the gap here, because North Korea sees it as denuclearization of the entire Korean peninsula. So the question here is whether or not the U.S. gave any indication that they would be willing to reduce troops, take troops out of South Korea, and then, of course, some of the vessels they have in the sea near the peninsula that have nuclear capabilities. That is going to be a big focus here. I do think many questions need to be answered in that press conference, but we also can't play down the fact that this was a relatively quick meeting. President Trump did indicate that he knew whether or not it would go well in just a minute. It wasn't a minute. It's been several hours, in fact, but initially we thought this press conference was going to take place with President Trump around 4 p.m. local time. He just said there the statements would take place at 2:30 p.m. But overall, some very encouraging statements from both sides here. And Karen, you were talking about the relief for markets. It certainly is a big step forward compared to where we were just a few months ago, but so many questions need to be answered still.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.